Hi, friend. Welcome to Holly's Highlights, a podcast designed to encourage, inspire, and equip you to intentionally live your life full of purpose. I'm your host, Holly Kirby, motivational speaker, leadership cultivator, marketing strategist, and personal cheerleader. Let's check out today's highlight. Well, I hope you had a beautiful Mother's Day weekend. Here in Utah, it started a little gloomy, but turned into a gorgeous sunny day. Over Mother's Day weekend, my publisher ran a sale on the Kindle edition, so thank you to all who purchased that. You made Facelift a #1 new release on Amazon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of this has been such a learning curve for me, including learning that it can take Amazon a few days past the sale to get the price back up. So if you're listening right now, I'd encourage you to check out Facelift, Embracing Hope Through Your Heartaches today on Amazon and see if maybe the sale is still showing available. It was crazy. The Kindle version was being offered for only 99 cents. Anyhow, worth a shot to see if it's still there. And again, thank you to everyone who has encouraged me on this journey through your support of purchasing a copy of Facelift, whether that be the hardcover, the softcover, the Kindle, or even a combination with that sale that was going on. I am so appreciative. Now, remember, a portion of all proceeds of Facelift will benefit the Huntsman Cancer Foundation. So thank you for making a positive impact in the fight against cancer too, something you may not have known you were even doing. I hope you've been able to enjoy the Embracing Hope Through Your Heartache series we've had so far. We spoke with David, who shared with us his victory over cerebral palsy as he conquered all odds and took those steps up to accept his college degree. I had goosebumps listening to his story. I really enjoyed that. And then, of course, with Peggy, whose husband passed of ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, and her sentiment of God was so gracious to never take his smile. Of course, referring to her husband's contagious smile on his face, which he was well known and admired for having, even up until his last day. We'll continue with our series next time as we speak with a mama raising her eldest son through the challenges of cystic fibrosis, and even a woman who at a young age suffered a stroke just months before her wedding day, so in her young adulthood, and that hope she had to make it to that special event. But for today, I thought we'd take a post-Mother's Day moment. Mother's Day may be over, but one of the heartaches I feel in life is the missing of my mom. Many of you can relate with that. This is now my 4th Mother's Day without my mom, and I miss her greatly. But as I visited her gravesite for Mother's Day, I could almost hear a few things she'd probably say about embracing hope through our heartaches of being a mom. Number 1, it's totally worth it. Those sacrifices made, those tough disciplines or consequences that can sometimes feel like a consequence to us too, those sleepless nights, that empty bank account, all the feels from the excitement of those first steps, the nerves of when they drive off behind the wheel for the first time, the emotions on their graduation day, and every feel in between. You know, as a parent, you're making one of the biggest impacts and investments you'll ever make in life. You're raising a human, and that's no easy feat, but it is totally worth it. So in those moments where you feel like a failure, or you're going through those teenage years with your child where perhaps you aren't your teen's favorite person, or maybe they're not yours, or even those frustrations you feel where you just want to scream and wave your white flag. Think of those precious moments you've had. Those ones where you made a memory, had a moment, connected, celebrated, brought a smile, or they brought you a smile. Hey, they might even be the moments where they were quietly sleeping at night. But focus on those to help get you through the other moments. There's a poem by William Ross Wallace regarding the impact of motherhood, and in it, a powerful statement. The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. Oh, mamas, your impact, your responsibility, your investment, so important. One of the biggest, hardest, most challenging jobs and responsibilities, and totally worth it. Number 2, we can't take full credit, so don't take full blame. Who needs to hear that today? Just as the success of our children is not entirely credited to us, neither are their heirs. Whether big or small, they still have choices to make, and it's part of their learning curve in life. And although sometimes their decisions or their choices bring us heartache, they are not a blame we necessarily should be accepting or a weight added to our plate. Now, I am so grateful for the good choices my children make. They really are good kiddos. But just as you and I have made some choices that made our parents shake their head, or perhaps increase their stress level a tad, so have they. And as quick as I may be to think, where did I go wrong? I have to remember this very thing. Not all the credit, so not all the blame. I have a great respect for Dr. James Dobson, who has many parenting books out. My parents sought his expertise when raising us kids, and I too have read my fair share of books as I try to best raise my children. And through his publications, he shares how important it is to let our children reap the benefits and the consequences of their actions, as this shows them that there are repercussions to choices made. He encourages parents that in letting their children even fail at times, it's actually helping our kids learn to have a growth mindset and giving them a healthy perspective of failing as an important opportunity to basically learn from their mistakes. I'm sure we've seen the results of helicopter parenting, right? Where the parent tends to hover so much that the child can't even make their own choices. Or the parent rescues them from situation after situation to where the child doesn't know how to learn to cope or deal in life. Such results tend to lead to entitlement, emotional instability, quitting when things get tough, even job hopping as they haven't really learned ownership and accountability or even how to deal with conflict or just those tough situations. So whether it's that tantrum they threw as you walked into the grocery store, that choice they made at school for which you just got an email or a phone call, or even more a serious situation that just leaves you hanging your head. Love your kids through their failure so they can fail forward, but let them handle the consequences too, so that they can learn, grow, and make better choices in the future. Overall, don't take all the credit. Don't take all the blame. Number 3, just be you. It can be so tempting to try and be your child's best friend, to make them happy, to protect them from all fears and heartaches, to not discipline so they like you, or be the yes parent so they don't get upset with you, or to try to be so cool that you're accepted by them and their friends. As my mom, who was a school teacher and mentored parents throughout our church and community, she used to tell the parents that our children have friends. They need a parent, someone who will love them enough to set boundaries, to tell them no, to let them fall and experience heartaches in life. And she'd share with them that if we parent just right, we'll find that friendship blossoms as a result through our lifetime. She assured them that be the parent and the friendship can come. Well, she was sure right with us. My siblings and I can attest, she parented us growing up. She had structure, she had boundaries, she had consequences, but she had love. She had support. She had grace, she had mercy. And we all chose a deep friendship with my mom into our adulthood. Now, one of my favorite movies is Mother's Day Out, one I used to always watch with my mom. It's the one with Sarah Drew and Sean Astin, Patricia Heaton, and Trace Adkins. And I can probably relate a lot as it has the view coming from Patricia Heaton's character, who plays a pastor's wife. And while growing up as a pastor's kid, I caught a lot more of the humor throughout the movie than most seemed to in the theater. But among the many comical moments within that, there are a lot of great quotes in that movie too. And one particular is when Trace Adkins is telling Sarah Drew regarding mothers, you spend so much time beating yourself up, it must be exhausting. I doubt the good Lord made a mistake in giving your kiddos the mama he did. So just be you. He'll take care of the rest. Wow. Mamas, you are enough. You are exactly who your kids need. Stop beating yourself up. Live loved. You are loved, even if or when they don't tell you, you are. And you have impact. So don't worry about judgments or opinions of others. Don't fret over comparing your mothering to others. Remember, comparison is actually the thief of joy. And don't overanalyze every situation, wondering what this person or that person would have said or done in your shoes. Just be you. Fourth and finally, remember whatever point of motherhood you're in, it's just a season. So enjoy it, embrace it, and be intentional within it. Those late night feedings as infants, those terrible 2s or tornado 3s, as we referred to them with one of my nephews, those sassy preteen years, the rebellious teenage years, the I know everything early adulthood stages, the starting their own family distance. It all goes by so fast. As my children get older, my daughter just got her driver's license and my son's getting ready to enter his last year in middle school, I realize there are only so many summers left before they graduate, and time is then shared with work or perhaps college and friends, a future family. So I decided a few years back that I would invest in taking a summer vacation each and every year. Now, we've done road trips and family camp, and this year we're going to my son's dream vacation of an Alaskan cruise. And although when we look at this time and this investment, we may not feel like we can always afford such things. Again, whether that be affording the time off, affording the time to take for this, or even the financial state of being able to do so. But when it comes to the gift of time with our children, can we afford not to? I love watching a sweet friend of mine whose children have all grown and left the nest. And when she gets a call from her son or daughter-in-law asking if she's available, she takes off work or arranges to work remotely and buys that airplane ticket to go watch the grandkids for this or that. She fully embraces the season and the opportunities. So soak up holding your babe. For one day, they're not going to fit in your lap, let alone sit still to do so. Watch their trick for the 1,000th time. For one day, it won't be your attention they're seeking. Go on that car ride. For one day, they won't need you in the car to do so. And probably won't ask for you to tag along either, if we're being honest. And answer that call to hear about their day at work or college. For one day, it won't be you they think to call first. Take time to go visit them and their family, even if only for a weekend. For one day, you might not have the health to be able to do so. Enjoy the season. Embrace it. Even if for just that one day, be intentional within each and every day. Motherhood is hard. Yes. Motherhood will have heartaches. Absolutely. Yet there is still hope in the midst of the heartaches. May we simply choose to embrace it, knowing it's totally worth it. Remind ourselves to not take full credit or blame. Just be ourselves in it and live intentionally in our season. Now, for more on this topic, I highly recommend the following resources. There's the Baby Wise books for new moms, the Home Builders Parenting Series for those with school-age children. This also makes a great small group study too. Family Camp at Glorieta in New Mexico. You can go to glorieta.org to find out more information there. And they were giving a discount at one point for new families if you mention my name. So feel free to ask about Holly's Highlights podcast or the Holly Kirby discount. And then, of course, here on Holly's Highlights podcast, you can check out 2 different seasons, but several different episodes. There's season 2, which has episode 12, Hey Mamas, Happy Mother's Day, episode 14, Lessons Learned from My Dad, and episode 29, which is Parenting Kids Screen Time. But then there's also season 3, which has episode 15 on how to create a family mission statement, and episode 26 on how to give the gift of being in the present. Well, do you know of someone who could use hearing today's highlight? I'd encourage you to share it with them, and I'd thank you for your support in doing so too. Wherever you are at in your season of life, may you enjoy the journey and make it a great day for a great day. Thank you for joining me on this journey of life. I hope that today's highlight has been encouraging, inspiring, and equipping so you can go out and live your life full of purpose. I'd be honored if you'd take a moment to leave a review, or better yet, subscribe. We can also stay in touch by joining my email list at hollycirby.com. That's HOLLYCURBY.com. Until next time, make it a great day for a great day.